Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to fight a little bit about poetry. A guy named Robert Creeley wrote poems, and he wrote a lot of them. And this from a poetry class that I was going to take, signed up for, sat down. I had bought all the books. First day of class, the professor says, "Forget the syllabus that I had handed out earlier, that you got with material or whatever. We're going to use this syllabus." Hands out a new syllabus to us the first day. We have to buy 2 CDs, both by Eminem, and we're going to take the entire semester discussing Eminem. Well, I stood up and walked out in about 5 minutes. But I kept the books as evidence, and here I am 5-6 years later. So let's just read a couple of them. Here's one called Look. I'm not sure that I will classify it as a poem, and it has a rhyme in it. I'm going to classify it as nonsense. Doesn't he see in the tree something of me, or there wears no clothes at all? He wants to go home, home, he wants to go home. Now, I think that's the end of the poem, but it's hard to tell because some of the poems start with a large capital title, and other ones it seems don't or something, but wouldn't you just expect that sort of confusion? So let me now continue with what may be the next poem, but may not. But let's see. So anyways, home, home, he wants to go home. I was never so upset as when last I met another idiot walking by with much the same preoccupations as I. Okay. It's falling downhill, a ball that falls and so keeps up with itself. Fine. That is a profound poem. Fall. Again, you feel the air, be light, a smoke would burn in. Leaves, leaves, the hill we drive up overhung with leaves, the trees all covered. I think that's the end of that, but here's the continuation, if this is a continuation. It is funny, strange, to see the young swirl. Leaves they might be, said to be in a current of our own. The limp gestures of older persons, the hands unable to hold them, all the world in a flaccid attentiveness. This is a poem. Now it is fall, and one must yield again to the end of a cycle, call it spring, and its endless instances. You will never be here again, you will never see again what you now see, you, the euphemistic. I speak always wanting a you to be here. How the eye speaks to you over the hills. That might even continue more. It's just ridiculous. It's hard to tell. Nobody knows. It's hard to tell. The author didn't know. Here's one called No, N-O. No farther out than in, no nearer here than there. And just look at the farcicalness of this book. No. And what's this one? Surgeons? We better read Surgeons just for the record, huh? What's all that space for? Why? What's that? One imagines a surgeon to be, the hands move so slowly, the attention is so steady, then one imagines a change, as if a truck were to leave the highway and drive up a country road. Men pick apples for money in the fall, surgeons are babies that grow on trees. Well, that reminds me just a bit of one of my videos I did called Apples, Oranges, and Scientists, right? But I don't know how I could connect. It reminds me a bit of it, but it's total nonsense. I guess this is a poem called Words, or is that a section of words? It begins words. Words, is that a section? This is unbelievable nonsense. Some of them even rhyme, but I'm going to declassify almost all of them as non-poetic. Enough of Robert Creeley. Enough. Poetry and Introduction, 2nd edition, Michael Meyer. I'm going to try to avoid good poems, so I have to only choose ones that were written in the 1900s as a general rule. You see 1800 by something, and even 1900s there were some good poems written. Okay, here's a lady, Linda Hogan, born in 1947. I assume it's a lady. Song for My Name. Before sunrise, think of brushing out an old woman's dark braids. Think of your hands, fingertips on the soft hair. If you have this name, your grandfather's dark hands led horses toward the wagon, and a cloud of dust follows, ghost of silence. The name is full of women with black hair, and men with eyes like night. It means no money tomorrow. Such a name my mother loves, while she works gently in the small house. She is a white dove, and in her own land the mornings are pale, birds sing into white curtains and show off their soft breasts. So let's just read the last words in that stanza. Loves gently house, dove, land, pale, curtains, breasts. Jeez, and there's another stanza, but we shan't. Yeah, right, they're going to integrate. It says connections to other selections. So I don't necessarily say that just rhyming as such is the only way to make a good poem. Some poems rhyme and don't necessarily get the name poem from me. Poems children will sit still for. This was given to me on the pretext of the fact that I have a school. So there's a few good ones in here. Snail. Snail upon the wall, have you got at all anything to tell about your shell? Only this, my child, when the wind is wild, or when the sun is hot, it's all I've got. But every once in a while they throw one in there that's very inappropriate. They do have Stopping by Woods. Okay, here's from a poem, and this is not the poem in its entirety. Carl Sandburg wrote this poem called Arithmetic. Arithmetic is where numbers fly like pigeons in and out of your head. Arithmetic tells you how many you lose or win, if you know how many you had before you lost or won. Arithmetic is 7, 11 all good children go to heaven, or 5, 6 bundles of sticks. Arithmetic is numbers you squeeze from your head to your hand, to your pencil, to your paper, till you get the right answer. If you have 2 animal crackers, 1 good hand and 1 bad, and you eat one and a striped zebra with streaks all over him eats another, how many animal crackers will you have? If somebody offers you 5, 6, 7 and you say no, 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 you say nay, 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 and you say nix, nix, nix. If you ask for mother for 1 fried egg for breakfast and she gives you 2 fried eggs and you eat both of them, who is better in arithmetic, you or your mother? Yeah, they want me to read that to children. It's a children's poems children sit still for. Can you believe that? Then there are cute ones. There really are some cute ones. The Camel by Ogden Nash. The camel has a single hump, the dromedary too, or else the other way around. I'm never sure, are you? That one's cute. Now, here is a poem in translation from the French. Now, when you translate it, if you get the ideas quite close, then the rhyme will be lost, right? Because a poem's beauty is in the mixture between the beauty of its words and the beauty of the physical sound. And the physical sound in French is different for any given word than it is in English, except for cognates. So here we have the Prayer of the Little Ducks by Carmen Bernos de Gastol. Dear God, give us a flood of water. Let it rain tomorrow and always. Give us plenty of little slugs and other luscious things to eat. Protect all who quack and everyone who knows how to swim. Amen. Now, I can see that that would be a cute little poem if it rhymed. Dear God, us ducks want some rain. Dear God, we want to swim again. Who knows? If they made it rhyme, it would be cute for the kids. But this way, it's ridiculous. It's just a prayer of ducks to God. No rhyme or anything in it, and without the quality of music in it. It is lost. It is not even artistic. It's absurd, except, that it's been translated from the French. How unprofound for them to want that to be read to children.